Hello students, today we are going to start exercise 3.2. I am going to solve its first question. Form the pair of linear equation in the following problems and find their solution graphically. First we have to form pair of linear equation from the given state. After that we have to draw its graph. We have to find its solution graphically. Now see first part of first question. 10 students of class 10 took part in math quiz. If the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, find the number of boys and girls who took part in the quiz. Now what is given? 10 students of class 10 took part in math quiz. Student means boys and girls. The number of boys or girls is given 10. So I write here B plus G. Boys plus girls equal to 10. Now in second part, what is given? If the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, it means number of girls is 4 more than boys. It means girls number is greater than the by the boys. What is the meaning of this? It means difference between these two is equal to 4. I take G first, girls first. Why? Because this number is larger than the boys. So I write here G minus B equal to 4. Is it clear? Now in this question number of boys and girls is not given. So I suppose let the number of girls be X and the number of boys be Y. Now according to question, in question it is given that boys and girls equal to 10. Boys plus girls equal to 10. Now number of girls is X. Number of boys is Y is equal to 10. This is the first equation. Simple way. Now in second case, number of girls minus number of boys equal to 4. Number of girls is X. Number of boys Y is equal to 4. This is the second equation. Okay, this is the algebraical representation of the given statement. Now I am going to draw the graph of these two equations. Now see, I am going to construct the table of first equation. Now see, I am going to tell you simple method to construct a table for any pair of linear equation graphically. Now see, I take x0 and diagonally y0. Now I am going to write this equation again. First time I take x0, this is x, this becomes 0. Now what is left? Y equal to 10. It means y become 10. I write here y equal to 10. In second case, take y equal to 0. Okay. Now see, this is y and its sign both become 0. What is left? X and equal to 10. So in this case x become 10. No, see, our table is completed. Now I am going to draw the table of this equation. Same method I am going to use. This is very simple method. X, y. Diagonally I take x and y 0. I write down the equation. First, in this equation I am going to take x 0. This is x. This becomes 0. What is left? Minus y equal to 4. Means y equal to minus 4. So I write here minus 4. Next time, write down this equation again. In this time I am going to take y. Y and its sign both become 0. What is left? X. From this side 4. So it means x equal to 4. This is the table of the second equation. Now I am going to draw the graph of these two. I am going to draw the graph of first equation, x plus y equal to 10. This is the table. In this table x is 0 and y equal to 10. Where x is 0? At that point x is 0 and y is given 10. Where is y 10? In this point y is 10. So coordinates become 0 and 10. This is the first point of this graph. Now see what is given in the second, x equal to 10 and y equal to 0. Where is y 0? At that point, same point, y is 0. In this x is 10, x equal to 10. Where is the value of x equal to 10? This is the value of x equal to 10. So the coordinates become 10 and 0. Now I am going to join these 2 points. So this graph line represent x plus y equal to 10. Now I am going to draw the graph of second. Now in this x is again 0. In this point x is 0. Value of y is given minus 4. Where is minus 4? In this point minus 4. So coordinates become 0 and minus 4. After that, y is 0. In this point, y is 0. X value is 4. Where is x value 4? In this point. Here x is 4. So coordinates become 4 and 0. Now I am going to join these 2 points. Extend this line. Now see, this is the graph of x minus y. X minus y equal to 4. Okay. Now see, since both the graph line intersect each other, therefore this point is known as the solution of the given question. This point becomes solution of the given. Now I am going to find the points. I take this point towards x-axis. When I take towards x-axis, it touch at 7. It means is this in this point value of x is 7. Now I take this point towards y-axis. When I take this point towards y-axis, then it touch the value of 3. So in this point, value of y become 3. This is the solution of the given graph. Now I want to check whether it is right or wrong. How it is possible? I take this first equation. Right here, x plus y equal to 10. Now x value is 7, y value is 3 equal to 10. 3 plus 7, 10 equal to 10. Both the sides are equal. It means our answer is correct. Okay. Now I am going to solve its second part. Now see, question number 1, second part. What is given? 5 pencils and 7 pens together cost rupees 50. 5 pencil and 7 pen together cost 50. What is the meaning? 5 pencil plus 7 pen together cost rupees 50. Now in second case, wherever 7 pencil and 5 pen cost rupees 46. In second case, 7 pencils are there. 7 pencils and 5 pens cost rupees 60. Okay. Now we have to represent first algebraically. After that, we have to draw its graph. In graphically, we have to find the cost of each pen and each pencil. Now I suppose I am going to solve solution. Let the cost of one pencil be rupees x and the cost of one pen be rupees y. I suppose one pencil costs rupees x and one pen costs rupees y. Now according to question, what is given? If the cost of one pencil is x rupees, then cost of 5 pencil is equal to 5x. If cost of one pen equal to y rupees, then the cost of 7 pen equal to 7 into y, 7y. Total cost is given 50. This is the first equation of your question. Now I am going to solve its second part. In second part, what is given? 7 pencil plus 5 pen cost 46. If the cost of one pencil is x rupees, it means cost of 7 pencil becomes 7 into x, 7x. After that, positive sign is there. Cost of one pen is given y rupees. Here how many pens are there? 5 pens. It means 5 into y equal to 5y equal to 46. This is the second equation. Now what is the question? We have to find the cost of one pencil and one pen graphically. Now this is the algebraically part. In the last question, I show you how to make the table by using 0, 0 method. I am going to leave this questions graphically part for you. Try it yourself. Okay. If you have any problem, then you can ask me.
Start.
Now before starting the second question, I am going to discuss one table with you. Now see what is written. a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0. a2x plus b2y2 plus c2 equal to 0. This is the standard form of the pair of linear equation in two variables. This is general form. This form is known as general form or standard form of the pair of linear equation in two variables. Now see, in this coefficient of x is known as a1 by a2. Coefficient of x is known as a1 by a2 and the coefficient of y is known as b1 by b2 and the without variable term known as its constant term means c1 by c2. Now see, comparison of the ratio. I am going to compare the ratio of a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2. Okay. Now see first part. Comparison of the ratio. Here I write graphical representation, algebraical representation and the system. Now If the ratio of these two are not equal to each other, then such type of pair of linear equation represent intersecting lines. Means when we draw the graph of such type of equations, then the graph of these lines, these type of equation represent intersecting lines. Intersecting lines means graph line L and graph line M intersect each other. L means representation of first line. Graph line M means representation of the second line. When they intersect each other, then there is only one solution. So I write algebraically, there is unique solution. Unique means only one solution, or it can be written as only one solution. Algebraically, these type of equation known as unique solution or only one solution, and the system become consistent. Whenever solution is there, then the system is known as consistent. Either it is unique solution or infinite many solution, the system remains same. The system is called consistent when solution is there. When solution is not there, when we write no solution, then the system become inconsistent. Okay, now see, I am going to discuss the second. If ratio of A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C inverse B2, means ratio of 3, all the 3 terms become equal or same ratio, then if we draw the graph of such pair of equations, then the graph line represent coincident lines. What is the meaning of coincident lines? Means graph line L and M are lies upon each other. On one side it is L, and other side it is M. This is known as coincident lines. Okay? When these two lines are coincident, then how many times these lines intersect each other? See, infinite many times. So many points are there. So how many solutions are there? It means such type of equation having infinite many solutions. So algebraically they are known as infinite many solution, or in short we can write IMS, infinite many solution. When solution are there, then the system is known as consistent. What I write here, dependent. Dependent means these two lines are dependent to each other. Okay, so this is consistent with dependent, this is consistent with independent. When both the lines are intersect only one times, it means they are independent. In this they are dependent. Now see, third part. If the ratio of A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 but not equal to C1 by C2, then such type of ratio represent parallel lines. When we draw the graph of such type of pair of equations, then the graph lines become like this. Graph line L is here and the graph line L represent here. Distance between both the lines remain same. If distance between both the lines remains same, then they are known as parallel lines. When they do not intersect each other, it means there is no solution. So algebraically they are known as no solution. When no solution is there, the system become inconsistent. Okay, this is the table. Now I want to show with one example. See, I want to discuss this. I write here one pair 2x plus 3y minus 4 equal to 0. Second time I write 3x plus 2y minus 5 equal to 0. Now see, I am going to find its ratio. Coefficient of x is known as A1 by A2. So A1 by A2 from this equation is 2 by 3. What is B1 by B2? Coefficient of y. What is the coefficient of y? 3 by 2. Now see, the value of A1 by A2 is 2 by 3. Value of B1 by B2 is 3 by 2. Are these two are equal? No, these two are not equal. It means this implies A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. Now the ratio becomes the first case. Okay, in this case, when we draw the graph of such type of equation, then they intersect each other, or algebraically they known as one solution, or system become inconsistent. Is it clear? Now I am going to discuss its second case. I am going to show one example of second. I remove the second equation. I take first equation as it is. Now see, I write here 6x plus 9y minus 12 equal to 0. Okay, I take this pair. Now I want to check the ratio of A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C inverse B2. Now I write here A1 by A2. What is the value of A1 by A2? 2 by 6. Now 2 ones are 2, 2 by 6. 2 3s are 6. This become 1 by 3. Now what is the value of B1 by B2 from this pair? 3 by 9. 3 by 9 means 3 ones are 3, 3 3s are 9. Again 1 by 6 is there. After that I am going to find C1 by C2. What is the value of C1 by C2? minus 4 by minus 12. Minus cancel with minus. 4 1 are 4, 4 3 are 12. Now ratio become 1 by 3. Now see, are these two are equal? Yes, they are equal. Are these two are equal? Yes, they are equal. What is the meaning? This implies A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. In this case, all the ratios are equal to each other. When all the ratios are equal to each other, then when we draw the graph of such type of equation, then they represent coincident lines. Means both the lines are dependent to each other. And algebraically they are known as infinite many solution, and the system become consistent with dependent. This is our example of the second case. Now I am going to discuss with the third case. See, I take first equation as it is. Now see, in second case, first two ratios are equal, last one is not equal. So I take 2x plus 3y minus 5 equal to 0. This is the second pair. Now, pair become this. Now I am going to take A1 by A2. What is the value of A1 by A2? 2 by 2 means 1 by 1. What is the value of B1 by B2? 3 by 3 means cancel. After cancelling it, it become 1 by 1. And what is the value of C1 by C2? Minus 4 upon minus 5 means this one cancel. What is left? 4 by 5. Now see, are these two are equal? Yes, these two are equal. Are these two ratios are equal? No, these two ratios are not equal. What is the meaning? This implies A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 but not equal to C1 by C2. Okay, this is the third case. When this type of ratio are there, then the pair of such type of equation represent parallel lines. When you draw the graph of such type of equation, then they show parallel lines. When parallel lines are there, it means they are not going to touch each other, so there is no solution. When no solution is there, then the system become inconsistent. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now I am going to solve its second question. Now see what is given. On comparing the ratio A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2, find out whether the lines representing the following pair of equations, means some pairs are given. Intersecting lines. While when we compare the three ratios, we have to decide whether they intersect each other, are parallel or coincident lines. What is the condition? To solve this question, I am going to use table which we discussed earlier. Okay. Now see, I am going to find out the value of A1 by A2. In this question, what is the value of A1 by A2? When I leave x, what is left? 5 by 7. After that, see B1 by B2. What is the value of B1 by B2? Leave y. After leaving y, what is left? Minus 4 and minus 6 plus 6. Now see, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. This become minus 2 by 3. After that, I am going to find its C1 by C2, means constant term without variable. These two terms are without variable. It means this become C1 by C2. The value of C1 by C2 is 8 by minus 9. Since this one is even, another is odd, so this one is not going to cancel. It remains same. Now see, I am going to compare the ratio. 5 by 7 and minus 2 by 3. Are these two ratios are equal? No, these two ratios are not equal. Again, I am going to check next. Minus 2 by 3 is equal to minus 8 by 9. No, these two are also not equal. So this implies A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2 and not equal to C1 by C2. Means we have to consider only these two. Okay, when first two are not equal, you no need to compare the last one. If this one is not equal, it means automatically this represent which type of graph lines? Intersecting lines. So you have to write here those the given equation represent intersecting lines. Intersecting lines. Okay, this is the answer of this question. Now I am going to solve its third part. In this third part, this pair of equations are given. Now I am going to compare its A1 by A2. What is A1 by A2? 6 by 2 means 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. This becomes 3 by 1. Now I am going to find its B1 by B2. What is the value of B1 by B2 here? Minus 3 upon minus 1. When I leave y, what is left? Minus 1. I write here minus 1. This one is cancelled. Now this become 3 by 1. After that I am going to compare its constant value C1 by C2. What is C1 by C1? 10. What is C2? 9. Okay, this is not going to cancel. Now I am going to compare 3 by 1 and 3 by 1. Means these two are equal. 3 by 1 and 10 by 9. These two are not equal. It means the ratio of the given pair of equation become A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. When such type of ratio are there, then the given pair of equation represent which lines? It means this represent parallel lines. We just discussed earlier, when such type of ratio are there, then the given pair of equation represent parallel lines. So you have to write here those, the graph of given equation represent parallel lines. This is the answer of this question. I leave it second question for you. Now I am going to solve question number 3. Now see what is given. On comparing the ratio. In this question, we are going to compare the ratio A1 by A2, B1 by C2. Find out whether the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent. In previous question, what we decide after comparing the ratio, whether the given pair of equation represent intersecting lines, parallel lines or coincident lines. In this question, by comparing the ratio, we are going to decide whether they are consistent or inconsistent. As you know, for consistent, when consistent are there are two conditions. One condition, A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. When such type of ratio are there, then system is known as consistent. Then the system is known as consistent. Now, second case, when A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2. When all the ratios are equal, then it is also known as consistent, but with dependent. Okay, dependent is there. Now, for inconsistent ratio, A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, not equal to C1 by C2. When first two are equal, last two are not equal, then such type of ratio represent inconsistent terms. Okay, now I am going to solve its question. In this question, third part, 5 parts are there. I am going to solve its 3 parts on the board. Remaining 2 parts you are going to solve yourself. Now see, what is given? A1 by A2. What is the value of A1 by A2? 3 by 2. After that, B1 by B2. What is the value of B1 by B2? 2 upon minus 3. After that, C1 by C2. What is the value of C1 by C2? 5 by 7. Constant term, non-variable terms is known as C1 by C2. 5 by 7. Now see, either these two are equal. No, these two are not equal. Either these two are equal. No, these two are not equal. It means the ratio of the given pair represent A1 by A2 not equal to B1 by B2, or you can write C1 not equal to C1 by C2. When such type of ratio are there, then you know that what you write, hence the given pair of linear equation is consistent. Is the given pair of linear equation is become consistent. Okay, now see its second part. Second part means third part. Now I am going to find its A1 by A2. What is the value of A1? 3 by 2. I write in this way. A1 value is 3 by 2. What is the value of A2? 9. I write here 9. Clear? A1 is 3 by 2. Write like this, and A2 is 9. Now I want to solve first in these two terms. 3 by 2 I can write in this way, and this can be written as this. 1 by 9 I take separately, and 3 by 2 I write it this way. 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9. Now 1 into 1, 1, 2 3s are 6. Answer of A1 by A2 become 1 by 6. Now see, I am going to take out its B1 by B2. What is the value of B1? 5 by 3. I write here 5 by 3. What is the value of B2? Minus 10. I write minus 10. 5 by 3 and 1 minus 10. minus 10. 5 1 is 5. 5 2 is 10. Now 1 into 1, 1 plus minus, minus 2 3 is 6. It become minus 1 by 6. Okay. Now I am going to find its constant terms ratio C1 by C2. What is the constant term? C1 7. 14. 7 1 is 7, 7 2 is 14. This become 1 by 2. Now I want to compare the ratio. See, here I write 1 by 6, here 1 by minus 6. Are these two are equal? No, these two are not equal because one is positive, another is negative. It is not equal. Now see, are these two are equal? No, this is not equal. So the ratio of the given pair become A1 by A2 not equal to B1 by B2 and not equal to C1 by C2. Same ratio is there. So same answer is there. Hence the given pair of equation represent consistent. Hence the given pair of equation is consistent. This pair is also become consistent. Now I am going to check its fifth part. Now see what is given. A1 by A2. What is the value of A1? 4 by 3. What is the value of A2? 2. See, this become 4 by 3 and this become 1 by 2. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. This become 2 by 3. A1 by A2 become 2 by 3. Now, B1 by B2. What is the value of B1? 2. What is the value of B2? 3. Okay. Now, C1 by C2. What is the value of C1? 8. What is the value of C2? 12. 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12. This become 2 by 3. Now, I want to compare. Now, see. Are these two terms are equal? Yes, equal. Are these two are equal? Yes, equal. So the ratio become A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. When all the ratios are equal to each other, then you know that what type of system are there? The system is become consistent. Okay, the system will become consistent. Now what you write here? Hence the given pair of linear equation is consistent. If you learn the table of this ratio, then it is going to very easy for you to write the answer. Okay, this is going to represent consistent. I hope you can solve its remaining two parts. Now I am going to solve question number 4. See what is given. Which of the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent? Same question. Question number 3 we done earlier. In this question number 3, what do we decide? After comparing the ratio, we decide whether the given pair of equation is consistent or inconsistent. Same question is there, but what is the difference? Now see what is the difference. If consistent, obtain the solution graphically. If the given pair represent or become consistent, then we have to find the solution of such type of pair graphically. Now I am going to solve its third part. Now see, in third part what is given? Two pairs are given, 2x plus y minus 6 equal to 0, and second pair is this one. First I want to check whether this pair represent consistent or inconsistent. Now A1 by A2. What is the value of A1? 2. What is the value of B1? A2, sorry, 4. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. This become 1 by 2. After that I am going to take the value of B1 by B2. Leaving the y, what is left? 1 is left. It means B1 is 1 and B2 will become minus 1. So this can be written as minus 1 by 2. Now C1 by C2 means constant term without variable. Minus 6 and minus 4 is there. Minus is cancelled with minus. 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. This becomes 3 by 2. Now check whether these two terms are equal to each other or not. This is 1 by 2 and this is minus 1 by 2. Means both terms are not equal. See again, either these two are equal. No, this is not equal. It means the given pair represent the ratio A1 by A2 not equal to B1 by B2 or not equal to C1 by C2. Now this type of ratio represent which type of ratio represent which term? Consistent term. So you have to write here hence the given pair of equation become consistent. Okay, this type of ratio represent consistent term. Now, since the system become consistent, it means we have to draw the graph. It is given in your question. If the given pair represent consistent or become consistent, then you have to find its solution graphically. Now I am going to find the value of x and y by using the graph. For this, I am going to draw the table of this equation. First equation, 2x plus y minus 6 equal to 0. I am going to use 0, 0 method. What is the 0, 0 method? X 0, y 0. Write down the first equation. X plus y minus 6 equal to 0. In first case, I am going to take x 0. X and this complete term becomes 0. What is left? Y minus 6 equal to 0. Means y equal to 6. I write here y equal to 6. Now, I am going to solve its second part. For second part, write down the equation again. Given equation again, 2x plus y minus 6 equal to 0. In this time, I am going to take y 0. Y and its sign both become 0. What is left? 2x minus 6 equal to 0. 2x equal to 6. 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. X becomes 3. So, x become 3. Is it clear? Okay. Now, I am going to make the table of second equation. What is the second equation? This one is the second equation. Now see, 4x minus 2y minus 4 equal to 0. This is the table. Again, same method I am going to use. First time I take x0 and second time I take y0 diagonally. I write down the equation again. 4x minus 2y minus 4 equal to 0. First time I am going to take x0. X and its coefficient both become 0. What is left? Minus 2y minus 4 equal to 0. Minus 2y equal to plus 4. This is going to change the side. When any number change the side, then the number side becomes change. Negative to become positive. Now the value of y become 4 upon minus 2. 2 2s are 4 means minus 2. Y value become minus 2. So I write here minus 2. Is it clear? Now I am going to solve its second part. For second part, I am going to write down the given equation again. Okay. Now in this time I am going to take y0. This is y and y its coefficient its sign. All becomes 0. Now what is left? 4x minus 4 equal to 0. Means 4x equal to 4. X equal to 4 by 4. Means 4 is cancelled with 4. The value of x becomes 1. So I write here 1. Now the table work is done. Now what is our next? We have to draw the graph of the given equation by using this table. I am going to draw the graph of first equation. 2x plus y minus 6 equal to 0. The table of this equation is this. X value is 0. Where x is 0? In this point, this point is known as origin where x and y both are 0. Now the value of y is 6. Where is y value 6? Here. So point become 0 and 6. After that, next y is 0 again. Y is 0 here. The value of x is given 3. Where is x value 3? In this point. So write here 3 and 0. Now join these 2 points by using scale. See. This is the first graph line of the given equation. Now I want to draw the graph of second equation. In this, x is 0. Where is x 0? In this point. Y is given minus 2. Value of minus y 2 in this point. So point become 0 and minus 2. This is the first point of this graph line. Now second, y is 0. Here y is 0. X value is 1. Where is x value 1? In this point. So point become 1 and 0. Now I am going to join these two. See how. Now see, these two graph lines are going to intersect each other at point this. This is the intersection point. So what is the meaning of this? From this point, I am going to take the value of x and y. When two lines intersect each other at one point, that point is known as the solution of the given question. So the solution of this question is this point. Now I am going to take the value of x. When I take this point towards x-axis, the value become 2. So I write here 2. Value of x become 2. Now I want to check the value of y. Again, this is going to touch 2. It means value of y is 2. So x equal to 2, y equal to 2 is the solution of the given graph line. Okay? I hope in this way you can solve the remaining parts of this question. I am going to leave all the parts for you. Try it yourself. If you have any problem in the remaining parts, you can ask me.
Go.
Now, I want to solve question number 5 of exercise 3.2. What is given? Half the perimeter of rectangular garden whose length is 4 more than its width. Now, comparison is there. Length is 4 more than width. It means value of length is larger than to the width. Okay? Is 36. What is the meaning of is 36? Now, read the statement again. Half the perimeter of rectangular is 36. Whose length 4 more than its width. It means half the perimeter of rectangular garden is 36. It is given. I write here half the perimeter of rectangular garden is 36. Now, in this question, what is given? Whose length is 4 more than the breadth. Comparison is there, but it is not given. What is the length? What is the breadth? So I am going to suppose let the length of rectangle be x meter and width of the rectangle be y meter. Width or breadth are the same thing. Y meter. Now, since this is a rectangle and we know that the perimeter of rectangle, I write here, perimeter of rectangle is 2 into L plus B. This is the formula. Find the perimeter of rectangle. Now see, this is the perimeter of rectangle. Formula is 2 into L plus B. I am going to half. I am going to take the half. Similarly, I take half here. Now this is half the perimeter of rectangle and this one is cancelled. So half the perimeter of rectangle become L plus B. It means instead of half the perimeter of rectangle, I can write L plus B. So I write here L plus B is equal to 36. What is the value of L? X. What is the value of B? Y is equal to 36. This is the first equation. X plus Y equal to 36. This is the first equation of the perimeter of rectangle equal to 36. Now I want to solve its second case. What is the second case? It is given that whose length is 4 more than by the width. It means comparison is there. Length is greater than by the width. It means difference between these two sides is equal to 4. Since length is greater, then I take L first. L minus W. Length minus breadth is equal to 4. I write here L minus breadth equal to 4. Since it is given length is 4 more than towards its width, it means difference between these two sides is equal to 4. So I write here L minus B equal to 4. What is the length? X. I write here X. What is the breadth? Y equal to 4. This is the second equation. Now this is the algebraical representation of the given situation. Now in this question we have to find the dimensions of the garden. Dimension means length and breadth of the garden by using graph. So I want to make the table of first equation. First equation is x plus y equal to 36. Again I am going to using 0 0 method. X0 diagonally y0. Now write down the equation once again. Take x0. When we take x0, what is left? Y equal to 36. Write here y equal to 36. Write down this equation again. In this time I am going to take y0. Y and its sign both become 0. What is left? X equal to 36. So I write here 36. Very easy. See, in the 0 0 method it is going to very easy. Now I am going to make the table of second equation. What is second equation? X minus y equal to 4. Again using same method. X, y. Diagonally I take one time x0, other time y0. Write down the given equation again. x minus y equal to 4. First time I am going to take x0. What is left? Minus y equal to 4 means y become minus 4. So I write here minus 4. Clear? Why I write minus here? Because minus y equal to 4 means y become minus 4. Now write down the given equation again. In this time take its y0. Y and its sign both become 0. What is left? X equal to 4. So I write here x equal to 4. This is the table of the second equation. Now I am going to draw the graph of these two equations. What is given? x0. Where I write? This region is known as x0. The value of y is given 36. Where is value of y? 36. In this point, y value is 36. So these two become 0 and 36. This is the first point of the given equation. Now I want to take its second point. In this y is 0 and x is 36. Y in this point y is 0, the value of x is 36. So point become this 36 and 0. Now I want to join these two using scale. Now, this is the graph line of our first equation. Name it N and write down the equation. Whose equation? First equation, x plus y equal to 36. Now, I want to draw the graph of second equation. X equal to 0 and y equal to minus 4. In this point, x is 0, value of y is minus 4 in this point, so point becomes 0 and minus 4. This is the first point. Second time y is 0 and x is 4. Where is x equal to 4? In this point x equal to 4, so coordinates become 4 and 0. Now I am going to join these 2 points. When I join these 2 points, both the lines are going to intersect each other. The intersecting points of these 2 lines is known the solution of the given pair of equation. Now see, when I join these 2 lines, they are going to intersect each other at this point. Now this point is the solution of given equation. Now I am going to join them. See, when I am going to join them, what happened? I take towards this time. Since I take equal distance, the value can be changed. When you draw the graph of this equation on graph, then exact value is there. I am not going to use its graph paper, so my value can be different. This point is going to touch here. It means value of x become 20 and value of value of y becomes 16. Now x equal to 20 and y equal to 16 is the answer of this question. What is the value of x? X means its length become 20 meter and y means its width become 16 meter. In this question, what is we are going to find its dimension, means length and breadth. Length become 20, breadth become 16. You can check your answer. Take any equation. I am going to take this equation. Write down this equation here. X plus y equal to 36. Put the value of x. X value is 20, y value is 16, equal to 36. This become 36 equal to 36, means left hand side equal to right hand side, means it means our answer is correct. This is the answer of the question number 5. Now I want to solve question number 6 of exercise 3.2. What is given? Given the linear equation. In this, one linear equation is given. Write another equation in 2 variables. We have to write another equation such that the geometrical representation of the pair so formed. One pair is given, we have to write another equation. When 2 pairs are there, then the graphical representation of such pair represent number 1 intersecting lines. When we draw the graph line of that type of pair, then first time they are going to represent intersect lines. We take another pair, such pair is going to represent parallel lines, and in the third step they represent coincident lines. We have to make the pairs, such pair, those are going to represent intersecting lines, parallel lines or coincident lines. For this, to solve this question, I am going to use the table. As we know that when intersecting lines are there, then the ratio of the pair become A1 by A2 not equal to B1 by B2. It means first two terms are not equal. So I am going to write the equation 3x plus 2y minus 9 equal to 0. Now see, what is the value of A1 by A2? 2 by 3. What is the value of B1 by B2? 3 by 2. Are these two are equal? No, these two are not equal. It means they represent A1 by A2 not equal to B1 by B2. When such type of ratio are there, then we know that the graphical representation of such pair is intersecting line. So this is your answer. Now I am going to take another pair which represent parallel lines. As we know that for parallel lines, ratio are A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, not equal to C1 by C2. First two pair are equal, last pair is not going to equal. So we are going to decide which pair. So I write here same. First two I am going to take same. I am going to change the last term. Now see what happened. A1 by A2 become 2 by 2. 2 by 2 means 1 by 1. What is the value of B1 by B2? 3 by 3. 3 is cancelled by 3. What is left? 1 by 1. What is the value of constant term C1 by C2? Minus 8 by minus 9. Now this is cancelled. Now see, are these two terms are equal? Yes, both the ratio are equal. Are these two ratio are not equal? No, these are not equal. So the given pair represent the ratio A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. And we know that such type of pair represent parallel lines. So this is the answer of second part. Now I want to solve third part. For coincident lines, we know that which type of ratio are there? Ratio are A1 by A2, B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. All the three ratio are going to equal to each other. So see what I am going to do. I am going to multiply given equation by 2. So 2 2s are 4x, 2 3s are 6y, 2 8s are 16. Now this is the second equation. Now I am going to check the ratio. See what is the value of A1 by A2? 2 by 4. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, become 1 by 2. What is the value of B1 by B2? What is the value of B1 by B2? 3 by 6. 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. This become 1 by 2. What is the value of C1 by C2? Minus 8 by minus 16. Minus is cancelled with minus. 8 1s are 8, 8 2s are 16. Now see, are these two ratio are equal? Yes, these two ratio are equal. Are these two ratio are equal? Yes, they are also equal. So this implies A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. Such type of ratio represent coincident lines. So this is the answer of the third part. I hope it is clear to you. Okay.
Start.
Now I want to solve last question, question number 7 of exercise 3.3. What is given? Draw the graph of the equations. Now in this question, two equations are given. We have to find the graph of these two equations first. After that, what is given? Determine the coordinates. In this question, we are going to find the coordinates of the vertices of triangle. It means one triangle is going to form graphically. We have to find the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle by formed by these lines. Means when I am going to draw the triangle, I am going to use these two lines and x-axis. Okay, with these three lines I am going to draw the graph. Now see, I am going to make the table of first equation. Same method, simple method. When I take, first time I take x0, second time I take y0. Now write down the given equation again. This is the given equation. First time I am going to take x0. See, x becomes 0. What is left? Minus y plus 1 equal to 0. Minus y equal to minus 1. Minus is cancelled with minus, y value become 1. I write here 1. Now write down the second given equation again. Second time I am going to take its y0. this is y and its sign both become 0. What is left? X plus 1 equal to 0. So value of x become plus 1, going to change their side, so become positive to negative. So x become minus 1. This is the value of x. I write here minus 1. Now the table of first equation is complete. Now I am going to make the table of second equation. Same method I am going to use. Simple method is this one. X, y. I take x 0. Diagonally I take y 0. Write down the given equation again. Now put x and its coefficient both become 0. What is left? 2y minus 12 equal to 0. Means 2y equal to 12. 2 1s are 2, 2 6 are 12, means y becomes 6. I write 6 here. Now I am going to take y0. For y0 I am going to write down the given equation again. So this is the given equation. In this time I am going to put y0. Y and its coefficient and its sign 4 becomes 0. What is left? 3x minus 12 equal to 0. Means 3x equal to 12. Or x become 12 by 3. 3 4s are 12. X become 4. So I write here 4. So table is going to complete. Now I want to draw the graph. I am going to draw the graph of given two lines first. What is the value given? x0 and y1. In this point x is 0 and the value of y is 1. Here, so point becomes 0 and 1. This is the first point of this equation. Now y becomes 0 and x becomes minus 1. In this point x is 0 and y is 0 and x is minus 1 in this point. So coordinates become minus 1 and 0. When I join these 2 points, this line represent the graph line of the given equation, first equation. This is the graph line of the first equation. First equation is x minus y plus 1 equal to 0. Now I want to draw the graph of second equation. See what is given. x0 and y value 6. In this point x is 0 and the value of 6 value of y is here. So this becomes 0 and 6. This is the first point of this equation. Next time y is 0 and x is 4. In this point y is 0 and value of x is 4. So coordinates become in this side 4 and 0. Now I want to join these two. This is the second graph line of the given equations. What is the question? We have to draw the triangle by using these two lines and x-axis. I am going to draw the triangle by using these two lines. These two lines I am going to use. Now third one is x-axis. Now see, this is x-axis. This line is known as x-axis and this line is known as y-axis. Now third line is x-axis. This is the third line. Or you can take first line. First, this is the second and this one is the third line. When I join these three lines, then this area is known as triangle because this is having three sides. Any figure having three sides is known as triangle. I name it A, B and C. In this question, it is given shade the triangular region. Now I am going to shade the triangular region. See, this is the shading portion of the triangular region. Now we have to find the coordinates of the given triangle. Right here, coordinates of triangle ABC. I am going to write the coordinates of A. See, where is point A? Here is this point A. This point A is, now I am going to take this point towards x-axis. When I take towards x-axis, the value of x becomes 2. When I take this point towards y-axis, then it is going to touch there. So value of y become 3. So coordinates of A become 2 and 3. Now I want to write the coordinates of B. See, already given. Coordinates of B is already written here. What is the coordinates of B? Minus 1 and 0. Now I want to write the coordinates of C. Where is point C? Here. Coordinates is already written, which is 4 and 0. So coordinates of C become 4 and 0. So these coordinates are required to find. I hope, is it clear to you all? If you have any problem, then you can ask in my next lecture.